Okay, so the next is the business model canvas. One of the most popular template for working on a business model is the business model canvas by Alexander Osterwalder and his startup, the Business Model Foundry. The canvas is a creative common license single page planner. Single page planner, that means all the activities of the business can be wrote down in single page. For example, see this page: partners, activities, resources, value proposition, customer relationships, channels, customer segments, revenue streams, and cost. That means what? Partners, first of all, we have to decide the partners. For example, जैसे मैंने example दिया, if some startup business, or you can say some small seller deal with Amazon or Amazon Prime, or like Amazon factory, they have deal. So they are the partners. Now, after that, what are the activities done by both the parties? Right? Activity done by both the parties. What are the activities? Like, just I will just produce, and I will give you the price of that MRP I will give, and after that I will sell it to you, and whatever the margin profit you have to make it. So that is the my activity. And now his activity, whatever the his activity is there, they are adding another margin profit and they are selling to the customer. So that is his activity. So the activities based on the partners, resources, both the resources for the second party also whatever the resources are there, and first party also whatever the resources are there. So both the resources we have to take into consideration. Then value proposition. Value proposition means what? What should be the margin profit? If the thing is of 100 rupees, the margin profit should be at 10 and 20 rupees. If you are selling it is for 150 rupees or 200 rupees, no one will take it, right? So the value proposition of both the parties, or you can say the profit ratio of the two parties, whatever the business we are dealing with, the profit business of two parties, that is also called as your value proposition. Then customer relationship and channels. Customer relationship means what? Because whoever will handle the customer, the first party will handle the customer or the second party will handle the customer. For example, the first party is only a developing party, or you can say they are doing only a production. They are doing only a production, and the second party is only dealing with the sales, right? Sales. But what the customer gives the feedback about the product, that feedback should be hand over to the main, you can say owner, or you can say the developer or the producer, whoever is developing that product. The feedback is sent to that developer so that he will develop his model according to the customer's model. Okay, so this is your customer relationship. Means whatever you are doing the business for customer satisfaction, right? So customer satisfaction is most important. So whenever your customer is giving any feedback to you, that feedback should be submitted to the owner, and that owner should again work on that feedback, and again it should implement in your product. So that is your customer relationship. After that, channels. through which channel you are through which channel you are reaching to the customer, like through the internet, through the advertisement, to the pamphlets. Okay, to the pamphlets, or many things, or the many channels we have to reach the customer. Then after your customer segment means types of a customer. That is, daily customers are there, season customers are there. Okay, like your event customers are there. For something event is there, for some event is there, the customers are demanding for something, like for your Diwali function is there. So for Diwali, many Diwali related things we have ordered, right? Then season wise customers are there. Season wise customers means if rainy season is there, you are ordering your umbrellas and shoes and clothes, like clothes which we are wear in rainy season. So this is your season customer. So what are the segments of a customer? Then cost and revenue streams. Cost means the including profit margin, MRP, what is your production cost, what is your transport cost, okay, rules and regulation. With the rules and regulation, some rules and regulation you have to follow, that rules and regulation, and your things, whatever the source resources you are using, with that all these things can take into consideration and make the cost. And revenue streams means your profit, whatever the profit you are making from the business model. Okay, so the business model canvas, at the bottom right we have revenue streams, which is more or less the question of how you are going to make money. Yes, how you are going to make money. Then the central box value proposition is in a plainer terms, that what you will be producing, that is your internet of things product, services or platform, what you will be producing. Okay, what you will be producing. The customer segments are the people you plan to deliver the product to. Yes, segment, this segment consists your customer means your targeted customer, which type of customer you are targeted for the product. So that segment is your customer segment. The customer relationship might have all involved the lasting communication between the company and its most passionate customer via social media. Maintaining a community of your customers may be beneficial, but which relationship will you prioritize to keep communicating with your most valuable customer segment? Okay, एक community create कर रहे हो या फिर कुछ like your सोशल मीडिया पे आप अगर कुछ प्लेस कर रहे हो, बिजनेस आपके बिजनेस कंस्टेंट आपके प्लेस कर रहे हो, सो विद दैट ऑल्सो यू कैन रीच योर कस्टमर. Channels are ways of reaching the customer segments, from advertising and distributing your product to delivery after sales. The channels you choose have to be relevant to your customers. That means the way of reaching the customer segment. Okay, कैसे आप कस्टमर तक आपका प्रोडक्ट पहुंचाओगे, थ्रू द पैम्पलेट, थ्रू द एडवर्टाइजिंग, थ्रू द न्यूज पेपर्स एडवर्टाइजमेंट, थ्रू द टीवी चैनल एडवर्टाइजमेंट, ओके, थ्रू द सोशल मीडिया. ओके, जो भी है, what what are the ways to reach the customer. The key activities that are the things that need to be done. The things need to be manufactured, the code need to be written. That means whatever the partners they have involved in the business, what are the activities they are going to perform throughout the business, that is need to be checked in activities. The resources include the raw materials that you need to create the product, but also the people who will help to build it. Yes, that means worker also and the raw material also, on and the resources also, whatever the resources, manpower resources is there, raw material resources there, any other services is there, right? Only material and raw material and humans are not sufficient for making the product. Some services we have to buy from another vendor or another producer, whatever the manufacturing firm is there. Okay, so these are the resources. So you will need to key partners businesses that are better placed to supply specific skills or resources, because that is their business model. Okay, so you have to follow this partners activity, then your specific skills of that businesses or partners and resources. Okay, so they are graced up to do it more cheaply or better than you could do yourself. आप एक सिंगल बिजनेसमैन जो नहीं कर सकता, वो अगर दो बिजनेसमैन अगर साथ में आ जाए तो कुछ बेटर क्रिएट कर सकते हो, rather than you created by yourself. Okay, the cost structure requires you to put a price on the resources, activity and activities you just define. Whatever the resources you are using, what are the activities you are using, that should be priced, or that should be, you can say, that should be written on the written on the product, so that the product will be getting some profit margin also, and you can give the information of your like MRP price. Okay, who is the business model? Primarily, the reason to model your business is to have some kind of educated hypothesis about whether it might deliver what you want from it. Okay, what you want to do. what you want to do, that first we have to take into consideration while you are making your business model. The canvas helps you think about the business and give you ways to brainstorm different ideas. What if the target the product at students instead of businesses? What if we target the product at students instead of businesses? That means what? अगर businesses को हम लोगों को टारगेट नहीं करना है, अगर स्टूडेंट को टारगेट करना है, या फिर आपने जो कस्टमर कस्टमर एज ग्रुप और जो कस्टमर आपको टारगेट करना है वो अगर टारगेट नहीं हो रहा है और अगर वो कहीं और टारगेट हो रहा है, what you will do? What if we outsource our design to an agency? What if our design goes to the agency, and what if we are hiring some services from another side? What if we sell at a low volume high value instead? That means what? Low volume in high value. What if we are giving the product or the services in cheap cost, okay, or in a high cost? Okay, the model is also useful if you want to get other people involved. Yes, that means with the business, or you can say with the consideration of any business requirements, any business requirements, you should try yourself best to involve many people so that your product will be in cheap price, it will be available to the customer. So this could be an employee or a business partner or an investor. That means you can take an example of employees also, business partner also, and the investor also. Your customer will also be considering whether to invest their time, money in your product. They will ask themselves certain question about it. Okay, whenever your customers will buy your product, they will think that is it good to invest time and money in this product? Is it good, right? So why should I waste my time trying out yet another social network? I think I will wait and see whether my all friends join it first. If it is of social network, they will check. Let add some another friends. Let's join them first, and then I will check whether it is sufficient, whether it is satisfy my needs or not, whether it is secured or not, and then I will take a decision. So that could be also possible. Your online document collaboration looks great, but it is worth my moving my whole business trade. If you stop trading or change the platform, we may have to redo all the work again. Yes, if you change the platform, certainly. If you change the manufacturing process, certainly. If you change the business model you are following, certainly. So what if these things happen? What if this scenario is appears? Okay, so this all the type of business model. If when we are thinking about business model, this all types of question arises in business model, so that finding out these questions answer, that means you are giving the best, or you can say you are analyzing your business model to reach the maximum people. Okay, so for today's, I think we should stop. Then in next lecture we'll continue with the business models. Yes, shall I?
Okay, ma'am.